Third time's a charm, you guys. Third time's a charm. So when you're telling your story and you are, so when you're out in the workforce and you tell your story, sorry, we're backing up for whoever's watching this replay because Facebook hates me right now. It is going to be something that, it's getting people to relate. When you get vulnerable, when you hear somebody's story and they talk to you and they're like, when somebody opens up to you, you feel like you can connect with them. You feel like you can trust them. So that's the same thing in our business. When you are able to open up with them, when you are able to connect with them, then they feel like they can trust you. And that is where it is something that will help you as far as recruiting. So what does that look like? You don't want to throw up too much information on them, and you don't want to do too little that it's like, well, what are they even talking about? So Eric has this 4-part framework, and this is something what I base my stuff off of. This is what, and I love how he has it broken down. And so this is something that it's, so going back to your story for a second, it is, why did you sign up? And so it's just really thinking about it. And it's because I feel like when you're in the moment sometimes, and I do this, you guys may not, but it's like, and before I started doing this framework, it's like, well, my why is this, or it's this. And I try to make it like, sometimes I make it a little bit more extravagant, or it's not, just to be like, oh, this is really what it is, or this is why, or you have to do this, or I'm giving more of the benefits and not just trying to be heard and trying to connect with somebody. And so Eric's framework is, 1, you tell your background. What are you doing? What are you a teacher? Are you a nurse? Are you a doctor? Are you a hairdresser? What is your background? Okay. Then you go into number 2. So number 1 is background. Number 2 is your what you don't like about it. Well, there's so I'm going to say, like, there's one girl, she was a teacher. Okay. She loved teaching. She loves being a teacher, but and so that was her background, that, hey, I'm a teacher, but and I don't say, hey, I don't like this, but you just talk about it. It's super, the one thing that I struggle with being a teacher is I have to go home at night and correct all the papers. And I miss a lot of my kids' different activities, or on weekends, I'm trying to set up for projects. And so my kids just don't want to bug me because they know that I'm going to be up later correcting papers or doing some of these things for my class. And so I don't get to spend the time that I would like to with my children. Okay. Then you found a solution. So get people to be guessing. So you're doing this in, he said, 30 to 60 seconds. You guys, I tried over and over and over, and my story takes me about 2 to 3 minutes. So if you can keep it under that 3 to 5 minutes, that is wonderful. Okay. And so then you go and I found a solution. Well, what was that solution? So talk about what it is to fix that. I was able to, so like me, I worked for my parents. And this was 12 years ago. I was working for my parents. I was newlywed. I had this new baby, and we were going through and having a lot of financial issues. And who's gonna hire a pregnant woman? And so my husband was working 2 jobs, and I just felt sick to my stomach constantly that I couldn't help contribute. And I have this little one, and what am I going to do? And so, and when it started, I was pregnant, and then I had my little one. And so, but I found a solution. I found something that I was able to not be stressed out constantly about money, that I knew I could help contribute to my husband and help contribute to pay for rent, and that it wasn't all on my husband, that he felt like he had to go give plasma to bring in extra money. So I found a solution. I didn't say, hey, guess what? I found paparazzi and it's $5 jewelry. And guess what? You can make $2 and 45%. I don't go into any of that. I just say, I found something to help with this. And then, so 1, background; 2, what you don't like; 3, I found a solution; 4, how you feel about the future. Now that I found this thing, I know without a doubt that I am going to be able to help provide for my family. If anything ever happens to my husband, I am not worried that I can go in and make my house payment. I was able to pay off my cars. I see a bright future for me and my children, and I'm able to spend time with them and have time freedom. So, and it's over time, your story is going to evolve. And so as you talk to people, it is, here, I have my main story that I talk about because this is about me. This is why I signed up. We needed money. We were on food stamps. We were on government assistance. Like I was making a garden. And so it's, as you talk to people, by you opening up and being vulnerable, people have these walls, and you never know what's going on. Where Facebook, you see on there, you see all the happiness, but you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Everybody has something going on. And so as you kind of open up and you tell them kind of your hardship, then that opens them up to say, oh, I've been through something like that, or I know somebody that's been through that, or this is what I'm going through, because you connect and they feel connected to you. So then they tell you, well, this is what's going on. So then you can come back with another story where it's like, well, I can't really relate with Brittany being this young mom, because like my mom, she's like, well, I didn't have a brand new baby and have this going on. So she can't exactly relate, but she can come in and relate with that person when they're talking about it and say, oh my goodness, my daughter had that same thing. Or one of my friends, I'm not going to say one of my team members, but because some of those words turn people off, that it's like getting them to be intrigued and to kind of see what's going on, to start opening up. Because at first it's like, hey, guess what? I've got this thing. You've got to do it. You automatically put up your defenses. But if you feel you have this connection, they're going to open up to you, and whatever they say, and that's where it's collecting these stories of, here is my story. This is what's going on. And so then you can say, guess what? I don't know what that's like of you being a teacher and going through that, but I know my friend is a teacher and she's going through that. She was going through that same thing, and she started doing this as well. And I found that, or just like I found this to help me out, this has created time freedom for her, that she was able to quit her teaching job and she was able to be there with her kids during the day and work her business and make extra money. And then you just you're filling them out. And so let them talk. And I don't know if you guys are like me, but then I get on this thing like, oh my gosh, they're excited. And it's like, no, just take a minute and listen to them, hear what they have to say, and then you can go back in. And so it's getting good at talking or telling your story. And so I know I'm looking at it. Hold on. I'm just making sure on following the 4 story, make sure it's less than 2 minutes, listen to it and see what you can make shorter. Okay. So I'm just looking at the assignment that Eric put out there. So what I'm going to give you guys as an assignment is we're going to post this in the group, and then we're going to put the kind of framework as far as what I talked about here. So your assignment for today is, I want you to go in and record your story. Okay. Try to make it. So he said 2 minutes or less. Okay. Once you make your story, I want you to post it in here in the group. Okay. And then this is going to help in 2 ways. One, it's going to get you used to kind of telling your story and kind of figure this out. Number 2, it's going to be that you're going to watch my story. You're going to see Karen's story. You're going to see Susan's story. So you're a storyteller. That's what it is. You are in this business and you are going to be a storyteller, that when people talk to you, it's like, well, you know what? I haven't gone through that. I haven't gone through a child in the hospital having brain surgery, but my friend is going through that right now. And I can relate with you because I've had children in the hospital, not to that degree. And so it's just talking about it. That's like, oh, my friend went through this. And this is what I've seen with this. And so it's just being able to connect, and because that's what we want. I feel like with the pandemic, with everything going on with social media, yes, it's social media and we're supposed to be social and be connected, but we really aren't. We have lost that connection. And that's what people want so bad, is a friend, is a connection, is something. And so this is a way for you to talk, for you to connect. And the minute you start connecting with people, they feel loved, they feel heard, and they see the hope. And you've got the tool. Paparazzi is that solution to help you and to help them, just like it did with you. And it could be something simple that, here, I just wanted something at a discount. And then what I found out and that was the solution, that why you signed up. I just signed up for the discount. Well, I was I worked in corporate America, and I and I'm just trying to think through this. I loved that I had this awesome job, but it took on a lot of hours and it did different things. But as I was going to work, I love to dress up. So I found this thing that I was able to find jewelry at wholesale. But then what I found out later on was that people asked me constantly, and I started just selling it, and it sold itself. And now I'm making money and I'm able to buy jewelry at wholesale. So it can be something very simple, but as you talk to people, then it's like, oh, I want something at wholesale. I want a good deal. Like, you guys can morph it and change it, but you still have your main story of what got you going. So assignment today is do your story, post it in this group, and then go and watch other people's stories. And then we can see how, after you record it, see how you guys can shorten it. Where my story, again, I had to keep taking it out, that it's like, hey, too many details here, where I can go on forever, that I've been through this and I've been through this and I've been through this. Choose one or two things of pain points of what you're going through, and then how the solution to fix that. Hey, I needed money. I found something that I was able to make more money. Hey, I wanted more time for my kids. I found something that I was able to spend more time with my kids, or take them here, or do this. So and if you guys have questions, put it here in the chat, and I'll be here. Mom will be here answering. I've got my team. I've got my awesome manager and some of those guys that they're going to be in here answering these. So as you have questions, put it in this post that I'll put on Facebook, and we are just here as a community to help each other out. So 3 minutes. Does anyone have any questions?
Brittany, can you see me? I actually don't know exactly how to do this Zoom thing. I can see you and I can see everybody else, but I can't see myself.
So your camera is probably not on. I can hear you. I cannot.
Okay. You can't see me. So do I click on start video?
Yes.
Oh, hang on.
That works.
Let's see if I can get this to work for next Zoom.
There you go. I see you.
Well, hello, everybody. Okay. I was thinking if I hit that, I'm going to jump right in and knock her off of the show and be the talk of the town. So I'll wait till the end and ask my question.
No, you go right ahead, because we've got like 3 minutes, and then we're going to jump on new releases.
That was good. But yes, I'm going to make notes on everything and try to get it condensed, and then work on because my story's big too.
See, and that's it. So that's where I want you to post it there. And then once you're going to say your story over and over, because that's what we do in this business. So once you do that, then I would see if there's any, and you guys, this is a safe place. Okay. We are going to, if you ask for criticism, be understanding. If people give criticism, take it as a positive thing and say, here, maybe. And when you give criticism, be nice. It's not just, and I know messages are hard. It's like, why'd you do that? Or, oh, why did you do that? Having tones is very hard to get over messages, but put in there of saying, hey, I love how you told this, but you can maybe maybe if you shortened it right here a little bit or right here, it's just, we're here to help and love each other and support each other. And so it's here, I'm going to tweak this and I'll redo it and I'm going to retry it. And then I want you guys to go and post it on your timeline or to post it on your stories. And we're going to start I have my story right in my link tree and I post it constantly. So this is going to make me have to redo it again, but I will post my story and my mom's and Robbie's, and you can see the different ones and I'll post those into the group. I saw somebody with a hand up and then they took it down.
It was me.
Oh, okay. I was like, Jazz is here. Do you have a quick question?
So, sorry. So we're supposed to post it into the group, but can we also post it on our personal page or business page also?
Yep. I think that is I'm trying to do baby steps with you guys. So
okay.
if you are good with that, I think that is huge. Post on your business page, post it on your timeline, post it, do a story with it. I think this is something that as you should put out more and more and more.
And just to let you know, Brittany, starting tomorrow, I won't be on Zoom much because I have a lot of health issues going on, and taking this year's for me personal is health. So I'm going to keep trying this, but I won't be on as much.
You are just fine. You come when you're feeling good and we'll get you through. It's going to be okay.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. Pam, do you have a question real quick?
Yeah, I kind of lost everything that you said because I couldn't get into Facebook. And now Tiffany finally sent me on here. So my question is, how are we telling a story?
Okay, so I'm going to take this video, this recording, I'm going to repost it onto the page. Somebody got in our group and was reporting my video and it messed us up today. So we're going to figure that out. But I will have this video. And so I talk about it in this video. I also will have the breakdown. I'll have some notes at the top of bullet points in the description for you. So after new releases, I will get all that on Facebook. And then I will also post, the assignment will be in there, and I will post my story and my mom's story and Robbie's story for some ideas. And then we'll have other people posting their stories so they can have that as well.
Okay, thank you.
You're so welcome. I'm so sorry about that. Love those trolls on Facebook. They're amazing.
No, I was just getting really frustrated because actually this is my day, the first day I've had to get on the Zoom. And it was just like I couldn't find the Zoom link. And I was like, what? She's talking, and then all of a sudden it said the end, this is the end of the video. And I was like, what?
I'm frustrated too. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little frustrated.
So,
yep.
Thank you.
Go get on new releases. I will get this all figured out and get it posted on the 90-day and try and figure out who my troll is. And life will be great. So,
okay, can I just share one thing other?
Yes.
I do already have one person in my downline, and I'm working on a potential other.
Woohoo! Way to go. You are so awesome. Hey, you guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. I've got 3 minutes to go pull up on my screen. So love you guys. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Everyone. Brittany.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.